Hello, everybody. Thank you for being at the Sun Belt Conference this evening. I have Jamia Hollings here, senior, and I have Nia Daniel, also a senior. This is not the way we wanted to represent Troy today. This is not the way we wanted this to go, of course. I'm very, mostly sad for my whole team, but especially for the four seniors. They did really want this game really bad, and we definitely had some breakdowns and things. But first, I want to give credit to Louisiana Lafayette. There's something to it. I think it's hard to beat somebody 3 times because we beat them by quite a bit the first time we played them, and then they closed the gap to only 8 points the second time we played them. And like I told the team before the game, we have to play like underdogs in this game to win, to beat somebody 3 times. And we didn't play like underdogs. We have very talented players. We did not play like underdogs. Lafayette really played like underdogs, especially for 3 quarters. The second quarter got away from us. After we made a good run off of our press, then we kind of lost some energy, and they made a run. And we all know basketball is a game of runs, but we never really got back on a big run after that. We had a couple small ones. They got the ball in the paint way too much, and that was our game plan, to keep the ball out of the paint off of their dribble drive. But we went to many different defenses trying to keep the ball out of the paint. They had some players step up and do a really good job and hit some really big shots, which is what March Madness is about. I'm thankful we did a pretty good job rebounding. We out-rebounded them by a good bit, but I'm surprised that we turned the ball over more than them. That's uncharacteristic of us. And again, that's just a good job on their part. This loss definitely does not define these players. These players are amazing, and they really wanted it, and they really worked hard for it. But this is basketball. This is March Madness. This is championship time, and I have no further comment unless you have a question.
Go ahead, Paul.
Coach, hey, final play, what was designed? What were you telling the players?
So the final play is one that we've worked on probably since the first day of practice this year for a moment such as this. And our 2 post players are stacked at the elbow. Ty goes back and gets the ball because most people don't pressure the post player to get the ball in. And we reverse it to Sticks, and we clear out and let her drive. But what happened was Ty, for some reason, got really almost too open. I don't remember if it was touched by the other team and we got it back, but we only had 3-point-something seconds on the clock. And at that point, I think Ty looked at the goal and thought, should I just take it? She was open. She went ahead and ran the play and got it to Sticks. And if we would have had the right time on the clock, it would have been great because Sticks has hit so many shots, we feel like they would have pulled up on a shot fake and let her go by him and drive. But that didn't happen. I don't even think Sticks knew how much time was on the clock because we'd bobbled the ball and things were going that way. And so it just didn't go the way we had planned it.
You had the double bye, you had some time, Louisiana's there playing some games. I mean, just your thoughts. I mean, you're the last team to play, with the double bye for the first time. Just your thoughts.
Double bye has been tough for us. And, I don't want to speak too much into that just because, I don't want it to always haunt us if we ever are blessed to have another double bye because there's so many good things about it, too. But, again, you get on the floor against a team completely cold. You only get 20 minutes on this floor to even touch the floor and see the floor. And as a shoot-around, because there's so many teams in it. And then you play a team that's hot. You get a team that just came off and had big victories. And that is definitely no excuse for the way we played. But, you asked the question, and, of course, I'm going to have to think about that. We've lost 2 that we've had a double bye in.
Go Pensacola neutral for the players. Obviously a heartbreaking loss to end the careers, but what is just your time at Troy meant the last however many years, just all culminating to this point?
I've been at Troy for 2 years now, and I can say that all the years I've been in college, it's been the best 2 years of my life. Just from the coaches down to my teammates, I've never really experienced like a happiness that I have being with these people. And I don't really think the loss defines who we are.
That's good.
Well, Troy's a good place to be at. I've been here for 3 years, and it was the biggest blessing of my life. So I just appreciate everybody that I was surrounded by.
And Coach, question here from Zoom. You know, looking at the stands, you saw all the Troy fans that traveled out. What does that support mean to you?
It means so much. I mean, the feeling that I had when I walked out, I was back in the back doing an interview before the game, and I kept asking the assistant coaches who had been out there, like, what's it like out there? They're like, Coach, there's a lot of people from Troy that we didn't expect to see. And so when I did walk out, it kind of makes your heart skip a beat, you know, that people, you know, love this program enough to come out and support us. And when we left the hotel, the Sound of the South was there, and our cheerleaders, and sent us off with a big, you know, send-off. And I'm really proud of our team. They've built fans, not just because they're really good basketball players, but they're really good people, and they connect with our fans. And I think it shows tonight. And I'm very thankful for our fans for coming out tonight. 'Cause even though we didn't get the result we wanted, I know it's a memory that we'll always have, that they showed up for us.
Coach, you feel like you'll still continue to play WNIT?
I mean, I think we have a very good chance, because a lot of that goes off how you do towards the end of the year. We won our last 7. In the last 2 games, we scored over 100 points. Our net was almost down to right at 100. And of course, now there's the addition of another postseason tournament, the WBIT, along with the WNIT. And yes, I feel like that there's a very good chance that we could continue playing. And if we do, we will do what we have done all year, which is write out the lessons we need to take from this game and use them on to be great in the next opportunity.
Good coach, not to pull away, and obviously you've been asked several years now, but coming back to Pensacola after your time at
Yes.
Pensacola State, and wouldn't it be just to come back, you know, just the Pensacola area, just your memories from your time there?
Thank you. I will always be glad to answer that question. In so many ways, Pensacola's home for us. This is where we raised our boys, and schools out in Cantonment. And my husband coached at Tate, and I was at Pensacola Junior College and then Pensacola State College, changed names. And the first person I saw when I went out there was my pastor from here, from Olive Baptist Church, Dr. Ted Traylor. And I didn't even know he was coming. But, you know, on the baseline, I guess they had got inside in seats were some of my co-workers who were at Pensacola State. I didn't know they were coming, and they were down there. So I felt like a lot of love around us. And and Pensacola's grown so much. Somebody's doing a great job with the economy. I think the guy who's the mayor now was sitting in your spot doing your job whenever I was here before, right? D.C. Reeves, see the mayor now?
Yeah.
Somebody's doing a great job, the economy, everything, and it was it's been great to be back in Pensacola for the people and for the place.
What have you just noticed about Pensacola now coming back, you know, talking about the growth of the city? What have you seen?
Just so much new, so much growth, so much progress. It's like the best of Pensacola is still here, but like the places that needed to rise and come up that's what's happened. So that's the way I would describe it. Everything's on the up, and we're so thankful to have this tournament here. I think it's definitely the best place to have a championship tournament. Sun Belt Conference does a great job. Pensacola Sports Association, those guys are pros, and we're just thankful to be here.
Is it fun to share that side of your life with your players too? You know,
Yes.
saying, hey, this is where I was, you know, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, so we got to practice at Pensacola State College, and Pensacola Sports Association, I think, just donated the big signs in their gym that had my name on them for the championships there, and that was special, of course, yes.
When you walked into that gym, Mike McAllister, Channel 3, WEAR News. When you walked into the PSC gym and saw that, were you kind of surprised?
Yeah, the coach from Pensacola State had told me about it and told me when they did it, and yeah, I was very surprised and thankful. I'm very thankful for that.
Coach, you won a championship here in Pensacola, Sun Belt Conference. It's a different conference now.
Mhm.
You saw Marshall put up over 100
Right.
today. James Madison coming on up. You're a number 2 seeded team coming into this.
Mhm.
The college sports is different now.
Yes.
You know, with NIL. How do you keep it, you know, Troy, the way you built the program and where it is?
Mhm.
How do you maintain and keep it at an elite level
Mhm.
with everything going on and with the new teams
everything has to be evaluated, and most everything has to evolve and change. So when I got to the league, I think this league averaged in the upper 60s in points. And then we came in and we started averaging 85, 90, 92 points a game. And then everybody really started getting different kind of players and pushing the ball and that kind of thing. Now look what's happened with the young coaches coming in here. Now we got Marshall's coach pressing off of missed shots, and you never relax. You're pressing on makes and misses. That hasn't been done before. She did it before. She's won championships every year she's ever coached, right? Even though it was Division II. So it's evolving, and any of us older coaches who don't change with that and keep looking for new ways to climb back on top and be there, we'll be a dinosaur. So I will be tweaking my system and everything, because we'll be back. Troy will be back.
NIL good to you? Has it been good to you?
NIL?
Here at Troy?
Yes. It's benefited a few of our players for sure.
And the success that you have had, and we've seen it here tonight, because, you built the program where it's at, won a championship here, you got new teams in here. Do you feel, here you come, here comes Troy, that everybody's gonna, you kind of got a target on your back, that they play their best. They want to play their best.
Sure.
Every single night, because it's Troy.
Sure, that's what you get that's what you get when you set a standard for, we did for several years, and even this year we have in many ways, and so yes, that's what comes with it. You have to learn how to manage that pressure night in and night out, and everybody's gunning for you. It's everybody's Super Bowl. If they can win you, there's more news about when you lose than when you win. There's probably more news when you lose a game than when you win a championship, maybe. And that's part of it.
You feel that then when you take the court?
Sure.
With your team?
Sure. Sure. Like you asked about the NIL, but the transfer portal has been good to us. We've got a lot of players that went in and wanted to come to Troy because of the winning. So you got to take the good with the bad. Of course, you have a target on your back. I just want to get it back on my back, because right now it looks like it's on Marshall's back. Let's face it, or maybe Lafayette's back. So I just want to get the target back on my back. That's where I'm comfortable.